Hello, I'm Rick Childhouse, and because things on the internet seem to lose their date references pretty easy, today is Tuesday, February 13th, 2024. In other videos, I started with our G scale, stepped down to our O, stepped down to S, then to HO, then to N. I think N's pretty small. I don't do a whole lot of it. And this one here deals with our toy trains and our battery operated stuff, and the one train that I made out of wood for my granddaughter, and we'll address that. Here's a comment I have about this. I didn't buy most of this stuff new. Model railroading and toys, a lot of people invest a lot of money in them early in the game. Oh, I love model railroading, and then they start buying stuff and they end up with a lot of money wrapped up in it. And then the pleasure, satisfaction, whatever, kind of dies out, and they try to recover their entire cost by selling it on social media. So they've got a $100 set, and you now used, and they put it on social media for $100, and then they mark it down to 95, and they mark it down to 90, and it doesn't go anywhere. And part of the reason it doesn't go anywhere is not a whole lot of people are interested in it, and it's pretty high priced for being a used set. I kind of watch those. I don't need any more model railroading. I don't need any more toys. I do swap meets occasionally. I do yard sales occasionally. And I'll offer these people literally pennies on the dollars. I don't need it. They don't want it. They found out that they don't really have a good market to get rid of it. And some of this in the wooden railroad you're going to see in here, I doubt if I have $50 invested, and I have an entire box stuffed with this stuff. And we have fun with it. My granddaughter and I put it on the floor and we play with it, and I love it because you can give it to little kids. There's no electricity involved. There's enough flexibility that they can use their imagination. It's not a straight oval. So we can build just about any layout we want and do some really extravagant stuff. And there's no electricity, no whatever, no danger, no hazard. It's hard to break, so we enjoy it. Our plastic railroad is the same way. I think it's called PLA tracks. That's the Tomy train thing. It's pretty old. I started that one by buying new before my first daughter was born, so it's over 40 years old. And I still keep it running. It's no longer in good shape, but I still keep it running. I'm probably about to retire it. Maybe I'll have to find some new stuff. So this is the video on our toy battery trains and non-battery trains and whatever else. And we love trains, and whatever they are, we love trains, and people know that. And when they get disillusioned, they call me up and ask me if this is a reasonable price, and I give them an honest answer. If you can find it on social media and sell it for that, have fun. If you get tired of it and whatever, get tired of trying to sell it, let me know, because I don't need it, and I will give you X dollars for it. And sometimes they'll take it right then. It's not to rip them off. I don't need it. I pay what I think it's worth to me, and I'm sorry if it's not what they think it's worth to them. And that's the way used sales go. And another comment, people ask me, well, if I find it on social media, what about the price? Consider everything on social media or best offer. Even if it says firm, consider everything on social media as best offer. So if you find something on social media that you want, doesn't matter what it is, for $100, and you think it's worth $75, you offer them $75. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. That's the worst that can happen. Well, maybe the worst that can happen is they say yes. If you want to bargain with them, offer them 60 and then argue with them if they'll argue, and see where you end up and see if the price is acceptable to both of you. That's when a sale is made, when the price is acceptable to both of you. So anyways, let's move on with this video. It has toys, all sorts of toys. Put them up on the train board. That right now my living room is a disaster because we're doing trains and we're setting things up and we're sorting things out for the first time in a long time, and we're just having fun with it. So let's move on with the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. This is a train that I made for my granddaughter. We had been up at Disneyland. We were riding the Great Circle route, and my granddaughter said, "Grandpa, can you make me a train?" And like I normally do when things like this come up, I say, "Only if you help me design it." And she said, "Okay." So over a period of time, we sat down at the dining room table with a pencil and paper and a ruler and some pictures of the Disney trains, and this is pretty much what we decided to build. Tape measures out to about 6 feet, and I'm crawling on the floor. The engine is properly attached with a drawbar, and you can pull this train and it will follow you. You shouldn't push it because of the couplings, but they have couplings in them, and the train does detach. Now I'm walking on my knees. That's 6-foot tape, and you can pull it backwards and it will follow. Now all of the cars, like the Disney train, I'm going to get over on the other side. All of the cars, like the Disney train, board from the right side, and the various styles of Disney train. And there is a caboose up at the Disney train. There's only one. And the car is named after, the locomotive is named after my granddaughter. That's the Lily Bean. The 3 cars are named after my daughters, Cindy, Jenny, and Becky. And the caboose is named after my wife, Joyce. No particular scale, but you can see the track has ties. Track is just over 11 feet long, and now the tape is pulled out to 12 feet. The track is just over 11 feet long, and I'm going to measure the train. The train measures out to be right at about 8 feet, and those are the couplings, how the cars get put together, pins that fall between the two of them, that get put between the two of them. And you can push and pull the train. And another long-range shot. It's on my dining room floor at the moment, but this was built for my granddaughter. Took a fair amount of time to build, a lot of lathe work, a lot of precision angles on this, but all made out of scrap wood, all made out of recovered wood, almost all of it from pallets or frames for growers. And the train will accept, the passenger cars will accept this GP 7 or 9. It's modeled after my HO, the first one that I address in other videos, which was purchased in the building that the Pullman Car Company was manufacturing in it. So this is just kind of fun. It's one of those things you do it because somebody asked you for it. And the name of this railroad is the CJNB Railroad, the Road of the Three Sisters, named after my daughters. This was just a fun build. It was a labor of love. This is another one of our toy layouts, and I can't shoot and move it, but This is another one of the things that as you watch yard sales, social media, whatever, you can pick this up for pennies on the dollar. And I don't think in this entire box, and the box is back there, the box is full. When everything's in it, the box is full. I don't think I have $50 total wrapped up in this. Those bags are full of cars, full of houses that go with this set, like these guys down here. And this is just fun because the kids can use their imagination, can put it together. There's no electricity involved. There's a lot of variations because of the amount of track they have. There's switches, there's crossovers, trestles, bridges, you name it. And kids can have a lot of fun with this. Use their imagination and just build like crazy. And there's not much damage they can do to it. And most of this track is actually interchangeable. There's a couple of pieces like these guys down here. The females are cut on both ends and you have those plastic inserts. And then we'll find another one if I can. Let me pause and find it. This is just one of the regular ones, male and female, that go into it. And this is somebody else's switch, and it's got the female slot at one side, and it's got two ball connectors on the others. So when you find these by different manufacturers, even though they're not identical, they do interact and receive each other very well, and they're a lot of fun. And the cars are held together by magnets, so and the magnets are pretty strong. The magnets are pretty strong, and they're just a lot of fun. I have fun playing with these. We'll visit museums, we'll visit toy stores, we'll visit hobby shops, and come across strange stuff. This is obviously a building blocks train. It's not Lego. It's not compatible with Lego. We picked it up when this Saturday, which would have been February 10th, 2024, we visited the Rail Giant Train Museum in Pomona, and they had a couple of these in their showcases for sale. We didn't buy one because I've already got it, so they're just fun to put together and keep around, and I've got several of these. Found these trains, Tomy trains, while we were in Japan. I probably hadn't paid attention to them anyplace else because they were toys, but found them in Japan, and my first daughter was born. Figured this would be a good toy for her to play with, and started buying them, or bought a couple, and then watched other people having their yard sales to move, and started buying the stuff that they had, and watched yard sales come up, watched people at train shows try to sell this stuff, and I collected a mass of it, and this is the original configuration of the bullet train in Japan, and he seems to have a problem here. He has got so many hours on him that the tires on the wheels are worn out, and one of the weights is sticking down. I've got to fix that. With my repair of the tires, and I'm not sure why this guy is arguing with me now. I probably have more work to do, but I got to fix this. So it has a rubber tire under here that rubs on the rubber tire on the wheel, and due to the amount of operating hours and the age, this thing's 40 plus years old. Due to operating hours and the age, both of these have worn out. I've made a new tire for the main wheel, and it's not working real well. I've got weights in him that are just big washers to keep as best contact as I possibly can, and I just readjusted it, and he's running pretty well again. We have all sorts of gizmos, gadgets. You can see in the background here, that box has more track in it. Just a fun train that now my 8-year-old granddaughter and I set up with some really complex layouts on the living room floor. This is another one of the Japanese high-speed trains, just not as fast as the Bullet. And as you can see, the rake on this engine is there because of the tires I put on the wheels. A little bit above normal, but trying to keep these things running. This one's also over 40 years old. Was probably intended for a life of 3 to 5 years, and I managed to keep them running. My kids have put literally thousands of hours on these engines, on this set, and my granddaughter has put, my 8-year-old granddaughter has put probably 100 plus hours on this set, and I put a fair amount of hours out on myself, just playing because it's fun. This guy's replica of Thomas the Tank Engine, and he has issues, so he's relatively new. He's probably only 20 years old. He still has several hundred hours operating on him. And you can see where he has traction issues as he goes through the layout. Sometimes he needs help. And sometimes he doesn't. I don't know how long Tank Engine Thomas has been around, but he's related to Tank Engine Thomas. It's just a fun layout. This is a battery-operated Lionel Polar Express, again in some gauge that's not exactly well defined. It's close to S, but whatever. And we found these at our local Aldi's grocery store for, we think, $19 or $20 a set, and we bought the Polar Express, and we bought the Harry Potter Hogwarts Express as well. And they're just battery powered. They just run nice, and you plug them in, you set them up, and you turn them on, and they go forward and make noise. The running hardware, the drive rods, piston, stuff like that on this engine don't work. They're just stationary, but it is fun. And when you put it around a Christmas tree, to run it underneath the Christmas tree, there's no electricity in the track for you to short circuit with tinsel, and you can switch the sound off. One of the other battery powered Lionel trains that we have, put the batteries in them and turn them on, and a switch, he either makes noise or he doesn't make noise, and it runs on plastic track again, so you can put it under the Christmas tree or give it to littler kids, and you don't have to worry about electricity. Just another fun thing, because my wife and I both love Harry Potter. I collect trains. I'm not real picky about which ones I collect. Well, I am kind of picky, but this one here came to me. It's not an operational train. It's a toy. It looks like it was a promotion through the Shell gas stations or something. It is HO scale wheel set, but there's no motors in it. There's no electrical pickups. The couplers are now standard, are non-standard. They're these stick plug things. Anyways, it's in the box, and you can put it on HO track and pull it around. It can't be powered, and it can't be pulled by something else because it's got non-standard couplings. I was given this as a Christmas present, and Legos. I love Legos. I've got boxes of Legos or their clones. Being able to fly over to Korea, South Korea, when I was stationed in Japan, we could pick up toys, clone toys, really cheap. Anyways, there's 4 books to put this thing together. It took me a couple of weeks to get this thing together. Right now, it's not together properly. I just kind of put it together quickly. There's a lot of detail in here. It's a really nice, complete layout with the station and the train, and the train is actually powered by the tender. This is our Disney Lego Disney train and station, and the station's in the background. It's not quite set up properly. It had to be partially taken apart to put in the box, and I can't quite get it back in the box. The train is kind of fun. It is Bluetooth. There's a lot of sound on it. Let me tell you, there's 4 books to put this thing together, and it is a lot of work. The battery and the motor are in the tender, so the locomotive's just either being pushed or pulled. This is the station, partially put together. Had to be taken apart to get in the box, and haven't quite figured out how to put it back together, and just want to get on doing other stuff, and the chaos of just playing with trains at the moment is in the background. See if we get some more light on this. There is a lot of detail in the station. It takes a long time to put this thing together, and the pieces I haven't figured out where they small came from are laying over there and laying over there. There's probably 60 pieces that aren't properly in place here. Large Disney flags on various parts of the building, and the train does numerous things, and I'm going to stop it over there so we can see those. On the passenger car, the roof sections lift up so you can put guys in there comfortably. On the coach car, and I have to figure out how to do this again, hold on. The front of the car comes off really easily so that you can put things in the car, put people, put Lego creatures in the car. And put that down. The cars are connected by pretty strong magnets, so they're easy to couple and uncouple. A lot of fun putting together. Big once you do get it together, and they say it is modeled after the E.P. Ripley. So a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. This is a G-scale track, battery-powered train, Disney-themed Christmas train, and there's a remote control with it, so you can make it go forward, you can make it go back, you can make it make noise, blow its whistle, talk, but you can't control its speed. But being on a plastic track, it's another one of those trains you put under the Christmas tree, and I was given this one as a Christmas present, again, several years ago. You see these around every once in a while. They're in the $40 to $60 range, I think. That's a look at some of the toy trains in my collection, and as I said, I generally don't spend a whole lot of money on these things. Most of them I find at yard sales on social media, and if you're at yard sales and you see them, and they're priced for $25, offer them five, see what happens. And I usually ask the people, how long are you going to be holding your yard sale? Well, it's 8 to noon. Okay, fine. I come back at 11:30 and then see what's left. And if they haven't got it, that's fine. I don't need it. And if they do have it, and it's still there, I mean, it was marked, say, $20 at 9 o'clock. Offer them five. Otherwise, they're going to keep it, and it's on a yard sale because they don't want it. So you can. The other thing is, people get to know that you like trains, that you collect them, you take care of them, whatever else, and they don't want to throw them away, and they don't want to they don't want to try to sell them. So they, hey, do you want this one in your collection? And be honest with them. And I tell a few people that have got some really nice trains around their house, but the one they're getting rid of isn't really a good piece. And I tell them, well, I tell them honestly, hey, it's I do or I don't want it, or I'm going to take it for parts, whatever, and end up getting a fair amount of trains. I just love trains, model trains, real trains, toy trains. I just love trains. I just don't spend a whole lot of money on them, but I like them. I have fun with them, especially the trains that that my granddaughter and I can put together on the floor and have fun with and whatever. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.